The 1970s were a time of change for the American automotive industry. The gas crisis and new emissions regulations forced manufacturers to rethink their strategies. Muscle cars, once symbols of power and freedom, were being replaced by smaller, more fuel-efficient models. It was against this backdrop that the 1979 Ford Mustang debuted. This wasn't just another Mustang. It was a car designed to bridge the gap between the golden age of muscle and the dawn of a new era. The 1979 Mustang was a gamble for Ford. Could they retain the Mustang's sporty spirit while adapting to the changing times? The answer, as we now know, was a resounding yes. The 1979 Mustang, built on Ford's new Fox platform, was smaller and lighter than its predecessors, but it still retained the Mustang's signature long hood, short deck proportions. This car was leaner, more agile, and ready to take on the challenges of a new decade. The 1979 Mustang wasn't just about surviving, it was about thriving. Ford knew they needed to reignite the passion of Mustang enthusiasts. They did this by offering a range of models and options. From the economical four-cylinder to the potent V8-powered Cobra, there was a 1979 Mustang for everyone. This was a car that could be a daily driver, a weekend warrior, or anything in between. The 1979 Mustang, nicknamed the Fox body after its platform, marked a radical departure from its predecessors. Gone were the curves and chrome of the 1970s Mustangs. In their place was a crisp, angular design language. This new look was all about aerodynamics and efficiency. It was a sign of the times, but it also had a timeless appeal that still resonates today. One of the most significant innovations of the 1979 Mustang was its use of the Fox platform. This lightweight unibody platform was a major departure from the heavier body-on-frame construction of previous Mustangs. The Fox platform allowed for a smaller, lighter car without sacrificing interior space. This resulted in a Mustang that was not only more fuel-efficient, but also more nimble and fun to drive. Under the hood, the 1979 Mustang offered a range of engine options. The base engine was a 2.3-liter four-cylinder, a nod to the growing demand for fuel efficiency. But for those who craved more power, Ford offered a 2.8-liter V6 and a 5.0-liter V8. This V8, though not as powerful as its predecessors, still delivered a respectable 140 horsepower. It would go on to become a legend in its own right. The late 1970s is often referred to as the malaise era in American automotive history. Cars from this period were often criticized for their bland styling and lackluster performance. The 1979 Mustang, however, was a bright spot in this era. It offered a blend of style, performance, and affordability that resonated with car buyers. When it was first launched, the 1979 Mustang was met with mixed reactions. Some Mustang purists lamented the smaller size and lack of a convertible option, but many others embraced the car's modern design, improved handling, and fuel efficiency. The 1979 Mustang was a sales success for Ford, proving that there was still a strong market for affordable, sporty cars. Compared to its contemporaries, the 1979 Mustang stood out. Cars like the Chevrolet Camaro and Pontiac Firebird were still clinging to the bloated designs of the early 1970s. The Mustang, with its crisp lines and European-inspired styling, felt fresh and exciting. It was a sign of things to come for the American automotive industry. Section 4. A legacy forged. The 1979 Mustang wasn't just a successful car, it was a turning point for the Mustang lineage. It proved that the Mustang could adapt to changing market conditions without losing its identity. The Fox platform, introduced with the 1979 model, would go on to underpin the Mustang for over a decade. It became the foundation for some of the most iconic Mustangs ever produced. The influence of the 1979 Mustang can be seen in the design language of later Mustangs. The crisp lines, aerodynamic profile, and emphasis on handling established a new design direction that would continue into the 1980s and beyond. The 1979 Mustang also marked the return of performance to the Mustang lineup. The 5.0-liter V8, while modest in power at its introduction, would become a symbol of performance in the years to come. Perhaps the most enduring legacy of the 1979 Mustang is its impact on car culture. The Fox body Mustang, with its affordable price and vast aftermarket potential, became a favorite among enthusiasts. It was a car that could be easily modified and personalized, leading to a thriving subculture of Mustang tuners and racers. Section 5. The 1979 Mustang, a timeless classic. The 1979 Mustang remains a highly sought-after classic today. Its blend of classic Mustang styling cues and modern design elements has aged remarkably well. These cars are becoming increasingly rare, and well-preserved examples can command high prices at auctions and in private sales. But the appeal of the 1979 Mustang goes beyond its looks. It's a car that's just plain fun to drive. The lightweight chassis, responsive steering, and peppy engine options make it a joy to toss around corners. And because it was built in such high numbers, parts are readily available and relatively affordable. The 1979 Mustang is a reminder that sometimes less is more. In a world of increasingly complex and bloated cars, the 1979 Mustang's simple, honest design is a breath of fresh air. It's a car that's all about the joy of driving, and that's a timeless quality that will never go out of style.